শিরের শারদ প্রাতে বেজে উঠেছে আলোকমঞ্জিত ধরণীর বহিরাকাশে অন্তরিত মেঘমালা প্রকৃতির অন্তরাকাশে জাগরিত জ্যোতির্ময়ী জগন্মাতার আগমন বার্তা আনন্দময়ী মহামায়ার পদধ্বনি অসীম ছন্দে বেজে উঠে রূপলোক ও রসলোকে আনে নবভাব মাধুরীর সঞ্জীবন। তাই আনন্দিতা শ্যামলী মাতৃকার চিন্ময়ীকে মৃন্ময়ীতে আবাহন। আজ চিৎশক্তি রূপিণী বিশ্বজননীর শারদশ্রী বিমণ্ডিতা প্রতিমা মন্দিরে মন্দিরে ধ্যান বোধিতা।
হাল ছেড়ো না বন্ধু, বরং কণ্ঠ ঝাড়ো জোরে। দেখা হবে তোমায় আমায় অন্য গল্পের ভোরে। The human species thinks in metaphors and learns through stories. We, the Jantrodanov team, decided that this process of storytelling must not stop in these tough times. The COVID-19 pandemic has forced thespians into a long-distance relationship with their first love, that is, proscenium. So few such passionate thespian souls come together as Jantrodanov and present to you Thaker Tale, a series of audio plays. Today is Shoshti, and we bring to you a tale of typical Bengali NRI, Dhruv, returning to Kolkata and encountering a series of unfortunate events. The city is no more a home to him. Will he be able to embrace this city of joy once again? Presenting to you Utso, written and directed by Soporno Sorkel and Aritro Kundu. We have Rupsha as Uma and Shagoto as Dhruv. Other characters are played by Janvi Karunakaran, Amorto Kundu, Shreyas Garg, Nabarun Roy, Soumya Basu, Somojit Ganguly, Aritro Kundu, Soporno Sorkel, and me, Tanay Thakur. We also have Kankana Roy Bormon and Aditi Solomon as narrators. The amazing sound design is done by Snehoshish Shorkar. So, here we start. Hope you guys will love it.
পলেস্তারের গল্প জানে শহর। আমার আজগুবি ভাবনার বারান্দায় অসংখ্য বর্ণের ভিড়, অসংখ্য রঙিন সব ভাবনায় শহর ভাসতে থাকে কুয়াশা জমানো সকালের আবদারে। সময় পেলেই মাথার 52 দরজার আলোগুলো রিফ্লেক্ট করে নিজের কোনো লুকানো ইচ্ছেতে। শহর জুড়ে প্রেমিকের ভিড়, ভিড় প্রতি রন্ধ্রে ছুঁয়ে বাঁচা সময়ের অনন্ত বীজগণিত। তোমার শাড়িতে, তোমার হাসিতে আমি কোনো নায়কের ভূমিকায় সাদা বরফের চূড়ায় দুহাত আঁকড়ে চিৎকার করি। তোমার নাম ধরে ডাকলেই আকাশ থেকে নেমে আসে ঈশ্বর। মুখোমুখি আমি সময়ের স্থির স্বাভাবিক কোনো পথ চলা নাগরিক নিভৃত চর্চায়। সময় করে আমি চুষতে থাকি ললিপপ। আমার হৃদয় তখন কয়েক বস্তা চিনি, সুগার লেভেল বাড়ায়। ঈশ্বর নেমে আসেন মন্দির, মসজিদ, গির্জা থেকে। খুব সাধারণ ঈশ্বরের রূপ, খেটে খাওয়া মানুষের ঘামে। পলেস্তারে ঢাকা আমার শহর, বৃষ্টি হলেই টিপটুপ। শহরের রাস্তায় এক নদী জল, তুমি কারো লিপস্টিকে টানা রিক্সায়। ছুঁয়ে নেওয়া বৃষ্টি তোমার গালে, ঠোঁটে, আরো গভীরে। আমাকে স্পর্শ করে আমার শহর, আমার বুককে সে তোমার জন্য রাখা শহরের কবিতায়।
The amalgamation of this sound creates a strange cacophony, resembling our daily life in a metro. With a gold-shredded Rolex watch in hand, a guy with an exhausted expression, an afro haircut and a goatee, carrying his American tourister bag in hand, walks towards the cab parlor. As he moves forward, Dhruvanai Bishwas, Akka Dhruv, notices the city is actually quieter than he expected it to be. The lawn nearby is filled with blossoms of Kash food. Yet, some flavor is missing from the city. There is no banner of any sanitary palm idol or any presence of lotus flower vendors near the street. The city is lacking something. Well, as he is standing near the parlor, the broken transistor in the tea stall carries some dismaying news about the rise of virulence all over the world. Returning home after 8 long years does not make him any happier. Due to some abrupt turnover in India of his company, he was forced to visit his homeland out of compulsion.
What the hell is all this chaos? So many cabs and drivers, and I can't figure out where to book one. This city will never know the true meaning of professionalism, as San Francisco taught me. Taxi? Oh, taxi! Raspberry Avenue jabe? Oh, taxi! Dhur, these black yellow ambassadors are the worst, man. Shit! What did you do, you fool? আপনার কি কোনো সেন্স নেই মিস্টার? না দেখে থুতু ফেলে দিলেন। My $100 shoes are completely messed up.
সরি দাদা, ভুল হয়ে গেছে।
Who are these people? Where the hell do they come from? ভাবে সরি বললেই সব ঠিক হয়ে গেল? Bunch of idiots. As expected from India, this country is filled with all sorts of beggars, drug addicts, dacoits, thieves. अरे अरे अरे, चोर चोर, someone catch him, he has my bag. पाला लो.
Suddenly, someone steals his luggage and runs away with it very fast. Dhruv sprints after the thief in a bid to catch him, but his speed is of no match to him. He finds himself on the main street near the traffic signal. Dhruv ran with all his vigor and strength, but alas, his $100 leather shoes could only allow him to fall short of his steps.
Those frauds can run so much with those azure colorless slippers.
While he was running through the traffic signal, all of a sudden a blind beggar appeared out of nowhere and came in between him and the path, which caught him off guard, and the collision sounded pretty heavy.
अरे मार डाला रे, मार डाला रे अंधे दरिद्र को।
Listen, I didn't mean to. मतलब वो बंदा मेरा बैग लेकर भाग रहा था, इसीलिए।
साहब, ऊपर वाला साहब देखता है, वो आपको नहीं छोड़ेगा साहब, वो आपको नहीं छोड़ेगा।
ऊपर वाला? कौन सा ऊपर वाला?
ऊपर वाला मतलब सीसीटीवी कैमरा साहब, वो देखिए ऊपर लगा है सीसीटीवी। अंधे का ऊपर वाला तो वही है ना साहब, हमें नहीं दिखता और उसे तो सब दिखता है।
क्या? I don't get this. रास्ते से हटिए प्लीज।
ठीक है साहब, पर पहले पैसा दो।
What? पैसा किस लिए? And how can you see the bloody CCTV if you're blind?
क्या?
अब अंधे हो तो CCTV कैसे दिखता है?
ओ वो हमको पता है साहब, हम इसी सिग्नल पे पिछले 13 साल से बैठता है ना साहब।
Oh Lord, how did I get into this trouble?
पैसा दो ना साहब, दो ना, पैसा दो ना साहब।
अच्छा ठीक है बाबा, ठीक है। Take this 20 rupees note. Now please, let me go.
ठीक है साहब, अब आप जाओ। वैसे आपका रॉलेक्स का घड़ी बड़ा मस्त है साहब।
Dhruv knew he was fooled. Yet he could not do something rather than giving a startled look to the beggar.
Typical India, crippled with poverty and pretentiousness.
Dhruv runs away from the beggar and continues his pursuit for his bag. Dhruv decides to lodge a complaint in the nearby police station about his stolen bag. He enters and finds a weary looking middle-aged policeman sitting near the constable's desk. He is busy with putting almond oil in his mustache and rubbing his eyes, yawning occasionally. In front of him, a nameplate has been put up representing the name as Mr. Gangaram Mitra.
Excuse me, sir. Could I talk to you for a moment?
The clock is near to strike 12 then. Gangaram is expecting some midday meal which comes from the convict house and goes inside his bag. The sudden voice of an Afro-Indo accent made him feel quite restless.
ওরে বাবা, এ আবার কোন সাহেবের ব্যাটা এসে পড়লো, আর কাউকে পেলো না জ্বালানোর জন্য। Yes, I mean, no, actually, I very busy at this time with the handling of local thief case in the Bosti. I mean, very busy. Yes, very busy.
Dhruv notices wrong usage and show-off skills of English by the policeman, but doesn't say anything.
Sir, it's important. আমার একটা ব্যাগ কেউ এয়ারপোর্ট থেকে চুরি করে নিয়েছে অ্যান্ড
ব্যাগ? কি ব্যাগ? খাবারের ব্যাগ? ও মাই গড, টেস্টি ফুড, মাই মিড ডে মিল। I mean, not mine. So your bag is missed, মানে lost, তাই তো? You please talking to airport persons about the মামলা. Why you coming here?
আরে বাট স্যার,
But there is some wrong mal in the bag, তাই তো? I knew it. 20 বছরের experience, my eyes sharp like eagle. But why did you come to me? I am very honest officer, no bribe over the table. But if you only want to accept fall, keeping your gold watch drawer,
no sir, there's nothing wrong with the bag. The thief ran towards this area, so I thought
Are, why you thinking so much, huh? Are you thinker? Who are you? Do you think I want to give your gold watch as gift to my shala who has birthday today and I forgot to bought him presents, huh? Bolo? Why chup? Tell me, who are you?
Sir, I'm Dhruvonoy Biswas from USA, a business executive. I just landed here a while ago and my bag was stolen when I was booking a cab.
Policeman now gives a bit more importance to Dhruv Like many other Indians, he also thinks high of people from the first world countries.
Okay. So you are foreigner Indian, big businessman, merchant of America. I understand. You please go there and standing and report writing.
Not merchant. Dhruv, non-resident Indian. And how on earth is report writing relevant here?
স্যার ব্যাগ স্টোলেন রিপোর্ট হবে তো স্যার, এ বিগ রিপোর্ট। ছি স্টিলিং ব্যাগ অফ ফরেনার ইন্ডিয়ান, এ বিগ রিপোর্ট।
Dhruv is now extremely annoyed at the gross fake English spoken by the cop. He understands that by report writing, the policeman meant filing an FIR. Dhruv goes to the assistant's table and files an FIR in the directory. Then he walks back to the policeman.
Done. I've filed the FIR. Now, how long will it take to nab the culprit?
ন্যাব মানে ধরা? 1 month at least, স্যার।
1 month? Are you kidding me?
নো স্যার, আই হ্যাভিং নো কিডস, অনলি ওয়াইফ। খুব কাজ করাচ্ছে জানেন এই লকডাউনে আমায় দিয়ে।
আরে I mean, এতদিন লাগবে একটা চোর ধরতে?
Yes, sir. We are very busy with colony thief case, sir. We have to catching him first, then we will handling your pressure case. Pujo pressure, sir.
Pressure case? Do you mean precious?
Yes, sir. That only.
Forget it. I can't wait so long. I will return after 7 days. I need to get my bag as soon as possible.
Sorry, sir. Please be present.
It's patient, you moron, not present. I thought the police would be able to help me. Bunch of useless morons. Can't even catch petty thieves. Can't even speak proper English. Can't even...
Dhruv walks off, grumbling in sheer disappointment, and decides to go home for the time being. As Dhruv near his home, he notices it has been turned into a citrus-colored party office. He is completely shell-shocked and horrified. There is a gathering of some people carrying stickers and ropes in their hands near his house.
What the actual hell is going on? What if they run to my house?
দাদা, এটা আপনার বাড়ি ছিল?
Yes. এটা কারা করেছে?
শুনলাম নাকি এটা ইল্লিগাল প্রপার্টি, তাই ওই স্বদেশ পার্টি এটা সিজ করে নিজের পার্টি অফিস বানিয়ে দিয়েছে। জেসিবি ট্রাক দিয়ে পুরো বাড়িটা ভেঙে দিয়েছে।
Illegal property? I have all the bloody proof papers.
তাই নাকি? এ বাবা, তাহলে এবার কি করবেন?
জানি না। আচ্ছা, ওরা কারা স্ট্যান্ডিং নিয়ার দ্য ডোর অফ দ্য পার্টি অফিস?
আমি আপনাকে অনেক কিছু বলে ফেললাম দাদা। এত ইনফরমেশন দিয়ে ফেললে তো আমার ফেসবুক প্রোফাইল রিপোর্ট হয়ে যেতে পারে। আমি যাই, আপনি দেখুন যদি মিউনিসিপ্যালিটিতে চিঠি দিয়ে কিছু হয় কি না।
Dhruv, standing there, is dejected and annoyed by the lack of helpfulness from his countrymen. He suddenly recalls that he knows an MLA of the party from his childhood. He decides to approach him for help. Dhruv inquires about the MLA and manages to locate him. He books an appointment and waits for an hour before getting called inside.
वर्मा अंकल, कैसे हो? पहचान पाए क्या?
जी माफ़ कीजिए।
मैं ध्रुव हूँ अंकल, ध्रुव और नाय विश्वास, 74 काली टेम्पल रोड वाला।
74 काली टेम्पल। ओ गोलू, अरे गोलू बेटा, कितने दिनों बाद। अरे चेहरा तो मस्त खड़ा कर दिए हो अपना, और कितने गोरे हो गए हो, वाह वाह।
हाँ अंकल, I'm visiting Kolkata after 8 long years. Things have changed so much. But please don't call me Golu. I'm Dhruv now.
शर्मा रहा है छोटे। अब बोल, विदेश जाकर कोई गोरी पटवा लिया है का? देख, धन वगैरह तो उस देश का लूटना चाहिए ही, और साथ में गोरी मेम भी। काम कैसा चल रहा है बेटा?
हाँ वो ठीक है अंकल, सब ठीक है। आपसे बस एक हेल्प चाहिए थी।
हाँ बेटा, बेझिझक बताओ।
अंकल, आपके पार्टी वालों ने मेरे घर को पार्टी ऑफिस बना दिया है विदाउट इवन इन्फॉर्मिंग मी। अब प्लीज़ कुछ कीजिए।
अरे रे रे रे, वो तुम्हारा घर था? मेरे को तो बोला किसी लो कास्ट NRI का है। देखो बेटा, मुझे पता है कि तुम्हें तकलीफ हो रही है, पर मैं अभी सफ़ेद भारत अभियान को लेकर थोड़ा बिजी हूँ। जब कैंपेन ख़त्म हो जाएगा मैं तुम्हारे घर के बारे में कुछ करूँगा। तब तक थोड़ा वेट कर लो बेटा प्लीज़।
सफ़ेद भारत? ये कौन सा कैंपेन है?
ये हमारे पार्टी का एक नया स्लोगन है। सफ़ेद मतलब स्वच्छता, हाइजीन, सैनिटेशन। अपने आसपास को साफ रखो, पर्यावरण को बचाओ। सेब एनवायरनमेंट, क्लीन एनवायरनमेंट। देखो, मेरे ऑफिस के बाहर कितने हरे भरे पेड़ हैं। ये देखो बेटा, ये देखो।
Verma ji takes Dhruv to his balcony to make him see the greenery outside. However, sees the large palm tree outside his office getting cut by some political worker.
हैं? ये क्या हो रहा है विनोद? ये पेड़ काहे काट रहे हो? ओ विनोद, सुनाई नहीं देता है का?
दादा, ऊपर से ऑर्डर है, भूल गए? रियल एस्टेट होगा यहाँ। ग्राउंड फ्लोर तो आपके नाम पे है।
अरे सिर्फ ग्राउंड फ्लोर? क्या बोलूं गोलू तुमको, हम इतने नेक आदमी हैं, क्या बोले। अरे कुछ लेता ही नहीं हूँ किसी से। ये सब तो प्यार है सबका। नहीं तो इन दिनों ग्राउंड फ्लोर से क्या होता है बोलो तो। कितना आदर्शवादी नेता मिला है लोगों को।
वो सब तो ठीक है, पर मेरा घर का क्या? मैं कहाँ रहूँगा?
ध्रुव बेटा, मैं क्या कहता हूँ, कुछ दिन के लिए किसी होटल या गेस्ट हाउस में एडजस्ट कर लो ना। उसके बाद हम देखते हैं।
ठीक है अंकल, मैं फिर आपको कांटेक्ट कैसे करूं?
मुझे कांटेक्ट करने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है, मैं तुम्हें फ़ोन करूंगा ना। हाँ नंबर दे दो अपना।
अच्छा, ये मेरा कार्ड है अंकल। प्लीज़ डोंट फॉरगेट टू सी टू इट प्लीज़।
बिल्कुल बेटा, बिल्कुल। तुम अभी जाओ और तानसेन मत करना।
वैसे अंकल, मेरे घर के बाहर कुछ लोगों का गैदरिंग था। Who are they?
अरे वो सब कुछ बेवकूफ़ किसान, सब आत्मो केंद्रिक है, सब देशद्रोही। तुम वो सब छोड़ो, चलो मैं तुम्हें गेट तक छोड़ के आता हूँ। हाँ बेटा।
As Dhruv gets up and goes out of the office, deep within, he knows that nothing is going to happen now. Mr. Verma was chewing a pan, and he spits it on the slogan board where it's written Safed Bharat. Dhruv understands the hypocritical nature of Verma ji.
Even illiterate politicians are so occupied with their social work, they fill the streets with garbage and then themselves pledge to clean it up. Corrupt hypocrites. Someone save the country from them.
Dhruv reaches a bus stop and is waiting for a bus to go to North Kolkata, where his friend stays. A lady English teacher is standing next to him.
Oh God! When will the bus hit this road?
Excuse me? You should say, when will the bus arrive? Not hit. It is wrong vocabulary.
Chill, it's okay.
What is chill? That's not even proper English. You must say, I beg your pardon, madam.
But that's not what I meant. Why should I beg your pardon?
Because you are speaking wrong English, mister.
What? I'm speaking wrong English. I'm a freaking MBA from Harvard. Who are you?
I am an English teacher from South Pearl School, okay? My sense of English is better than any B school graduate, you know. A little bit of knowledge is a dangerous thing.
Really? Tell me something I don't know.
Have you read Shakespeare?
Of course.
Then tell me the meaning of the line, it is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves.
Yes, it means that we must not rely on our fate to make our own life. We must rather possess self-belief and work hard towards achieving the kind of life we want to live. That was it, right?
No, mister, you are absolutely off track. The line means that nepotism exists everywhere and we must come together and protest against it and also eliminate the pseudos who remain silent.
What? What does it even have to do with nepotism?
You have made a mistake. Now you will be punished. Hold your ears and do 50 sit-ups immediately. Now.
But this is not done. You must be joking, ma'am.
No, I am not. Quick.
When the both are quarreling, a few people standing nearby confuse Dhruv as the one who is harassing the woman.
ও মিস্টার, কি প্রবলেমটা কি আপনার? হ্যাঁ, ফাঁকা রাস্তায় মেয়ে দেখেই শুরু?
Wait, who are you? না, আপনি যেটা ভাবছেন সেটা নয়।
আমরা সব জানি। লজ্জা করে না এরকম অসভ্যতামি করতে? সবাই মিলে মার ধরে বেটাকে কেলিয়ে লাল করে দে।
ওয়েট, আমাকে বলতে দিন, দাঁড়ান।
The people try to catch hold of Dhruv and beat him up, but somehow he manages to escape and boards a tram passing by.
Brainless mob of hooligans. They don't even think once before taking a side blindly. No wonder lynchings are an everyday matter in this country. Shame!
Dhruv sits down inside the tram to catch his breath. Just then, he is rudely disturbed by a Biplobi Kobi who is ranting loudly about Bengali sentiments revolving around Durga Pujo.
ও মার্কস, কি বিচিত্র এই দেশ, যেথা নাই গো খাবার, নাই গো ঘর, নাই গো জামা কাপড়, সেই দেশে আমরা মূর্তি পুজো নিয়ে করি মাতামাতি। উন্নতি কি সত্যি কিছু হয়? কে বোঝাবে মানুষকে যে ক্ষুধা আসল নয়? কে বোঝাবে?
Oh, cut out the infernal racket, please. এটা আপনার বাড়ি নয় মশাই।
আমার যে কোনো বাড়ি নেই অবুঝ বালক, আমার যে কোনো বাড়ি নেই। বাংলা আমার বাড়ি ছিল বামের রাজত্বে। এখন মনে হয় চলে যায় সেই লাল গগনে, যেথা পুজো নয় শুধু গরিবের গান গাওয়া হয়, যেথা সবাই ভাই ভাই।
কি সব পাগলদের চক্করে পড়েছি।
আমায় তুই যতই পাগল বলিস, আমি এই পুজো মানি না। এই পুজো মিথ্যে, এই ভক্তি মিথ্যে, এই সিস্টেম মিথ্যে। কৃষি ভাইদের কথা কবে ভাববি তোরা? এক অন্ন পেটে পড়েনি যার, দিনের পর দিন, রাতের পর রাত, তার স্বপ্ন দুর্গা পুজো নয়, মূর্তি নয়, শুধু এক মুঠো ভাত।
Enough is enough. My ears are literally bleeding now.
Dhruv jumps off the tramp and runs.
হে পলাতক, সব পালাচ্ছে, রাত্রি পালাচ্ছে, চাষি পালাচ্ছে, দারিদ্রতা পালাচ্ছে, অর্থনীতি পালাচ্ছে, পালাচ্ছে সব দলিত, আর তোমরা করো পুজো, সে যে পুরোহিত। ছি 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 ছি, এই ট্রামেই ছদ্মবেশী বিদেশিদের ভিড়ে নিজেদের উৎসজে গেলে ভুলে। পার্বতী হয়েছিল 4 ভাগে খণ্ড, আর তোদের মনে আছে নারী বাঁচাও নিয়ে দ্বন্দ্ব? মূর্খ তোরা, বুর্জোয়া, কর তোরা পুজো, দেশটা ঠেকছে তলানিতে, হচ্ছে পুজো।
Jobless maniacs. Nothing to do, intellectualizing all day and shouting. Didn't even spare the public transport. Idiots.
It has been a nightmare of a day for Dhruv. Not one positive thing has happened, and it seems like the end of the world is near. He is dead tired and stressed out after running all day in the heat. He has developed even worse image of India than he had the last time he visited the country. Dhruv finds a park. Having given up all hope, he goes and sits down on a bench, panting. A woman wearing a mask sits right beside him.
Oof.
Are you all right?
Yes? Oh yeah. I'm fine. And just a bit stressed out, that's all.
I see. What happened? I mean, if you don't mind, আপনার কি কোনো হেল্প দরকার?
No. I'm okay. I landed in Kolkata this morning, and ever since then, only unpleasant things have happened to me.
Like?
Like, my luggage got stolen. My house was converted into a party office because it was apparently illegal. I got mobbed by some stupid people for nothing and whatnot.
See, I do feel bad for you, but...
Why do you feel bad? It was my mistake to have stepped into this city itself. I must have known that it would only bring me misfortune. Not one person here is honest. Not one person believes in justice here. Not one person I met spoke to me in a polite manner. Not even tried to hear out my problems. Except you, of course, I guess.
Trust me, I'm not the only person. There are genuine people who will stand by you. But for that, first you need to change your mindset. You need to look at the world differently, with a positive frame of mind, and sometimes keep faith in the divine. Today you might blame certain people for your worries, but how long will you keep pointing fingers at others? Introspect, and you'll have a chance to rediscover your roots, your connection with this country. Rather than criticizing the situation of the place, try to understand its real problems and participate in finding solutions and acting towards its development.
You sound like a philosopher. But maybe you're right. I actually feel kind of better talking to you. At least one positive soul indeed. I hope everything gets alright, though. I'm not sure if it would ever happen.
Everything will be well, Dhruv. You know, Ma will be here soon. She has given us willpower to overcome all the negativity around us. Like you, she too comes from a far foreign land. Yet, she never thinks low of her people. Rather, she gives strength to every woman of the country. Think of your problems. don't you see the bright side of whatever happened to you today? For example, since your luggage contained important documents and it got stolen, this means you could appeal to your company and get a short emergency leave until the bag is found. You can relax during this time. As for your house, there's a positive aspect to it too. Since you have no place to stay, you can go and hang out and spend some time with your friend. Maybe stay with him or her for a while until it's time for you to fly back from Kolkata.
Oh, and what about my public assault? Does that have a good reason too?
Yes, it does. See, if you were not mobbed, you would not have escaped to this park and met me here.
You know, maybe you're right. I have stooped so low that I think such low about my own countrymen. I never realized that to demand the change, we need to be a part of the change.
It's all right, Dhruv. There's still time left.
Yes, everything's not destroyed yet. Hey, how did you know my name?
It's written there.
Oh, my business card. I better put it back in my pocket. What's your name?
I'm Uma.
Nice to meet you.
Same. It's getting late. I think I'll run off now. I have to go somewhere.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I've got to go as well.
Both gets up from the bench and start walking in opposite direction. Dhruv suddenly turns.
Uma, where do you stay, if you don't mind telling me?
You can find me at any puja pandal. Actually, anywhere.
What? Are you such a die-hard pandal hopper or something?
You could say so. Anyway, goodbye.
Yeah, bye.
Both turn again, and something tells Dhruv to turn back.
What? Wait a sec.
But to his surprise, he finds no one. How could Uma have walked away so fast? Did she just vanish into thin air? Or was it all just a hallucination by Dhruv himself? Questioning his theories, he walks to the main road and catches a taxi. He reaches his friend's house, tells him everything about the unforgettable experience. And his friend tells him to stay with him till he gets back his house and also his stolen bag. Next morning, Dhruv freshens up and decides to go for a walk. In spite of having a hectic previous day, he somewhat feels livened up after a good night's sleep. As he walks through the lanes of North Kolkata, he sees a very different picture of the city from what he saw earlier. The poverty is still there, and so is the lingo of the local people. Even the lanes are not very hygienic because there are a few slums present there. However, Dhruv gradually starts observing the flavor of the city of joy. He realizes the spirit of celebrating Durga Puja and sentiments attached to it are so strong, even amid the pandemic. He now feels proud to be hailing from the cultural capital of such a diverse nation. As he keeps walking, he reaches an empty area between the lanes, where a few kids are playing and another boy is carrying clay in his hands.
Hey, ওটা কি রে?
এটা মাটি নিয়ে যাচ্ছি।
মাটি? কেন?
আমিও আমার বাবার মতো ঠাকুর বানাবো, প্রতিমা বানাবো। বাবা আমাকে শেখাবে বলেছে।
ও, তোর বাবা প্রতিমা বানায়?
হ্যাঁ, কুমোরটুলিতে বানায়, আর অনেক বড় লোকরা এসে কিনে নিয়ে যায়।
বাহ, খুব ভালো।
Dhruv recalls his childhood days when he too used to make sculptures out of clay and plaster of Paris. He can see a procession of children running around with clay and rolling plastic guns with caps in it. The candid look on the faces is pious. Dhruv recalls,
কোথায় গেল সেই নানা রঙের দিনগুলো, সেই পাড়ার দোকানে লুচি আলুর দমের স্বাদ, সেই কাশফুলের ঘাসে ঘুড়ি ওড়ানো, সেই কলকাতার জং ধরা গলির মোড়ে লুকোচুরি, কিংবা পরিবারের সবাই দালানে উপস্থিত হয়ে কাসর ঘণ্টা ও ঢাক বাজানো, সেই মাঠের ধারে সেই সবুজ ঘাসে।
Just then, a football comes rolling to him and hits his foot.
ও দাদা, বলটা একটু পাস করে দেবে?
Dhruv looks at the boy, looks at the ball, again looks at the boy, smiles a bit, and kicks back the ball. The boy receives it and returns to his friends as Dhruv watches on. He then continues his walk down the memory lane with reminiscence and nostalgia. He approaches near the tea stall.
দাদা, চা আছে? মাটির ভাঁড়ে দেবেন।
A broken radio in the tea stall plays the song.
আমি এসেছি নূতন দেশে, আমি অতিথি তোমারি দ্বারে, আমি অতিথি তোমারি দ্বারে, আমি অতিথি তোমারি দ্বারে, ওগো বিদেশিনী, ওগো বিদেশিনী, ওগো বিদেশিনী, আমি চিনি গো চিনি তোমারে, ওগো বিদেশিনী।
You were listening to Utso, written by Sopanno Sorkel and Aritro Kundu. Tomorrow on Saptami, we have the next audio play of our series, Chalti Ka Naam Rickshaw, written by me, Tanay, and Joysmita. So, meet you guys tomorrow. Tab tak ke liye, goodbye, Khuda Hafiz, Sayonara, and yes, Happy Pujo.